To start out this screencast, what we're going to do is we're going to open up a simple text editor. You can use any text editor of your choice. And in here we're going to create a simple text file with a few lines of text. So we're going to put in, this is the beginning of a very short book. This is the end. Once we've done that, we'll save the file to a location that we're certain of. And the location that I'm going to use is a folder that I placed in the root of my C drive that I've called book. It's an empty folder. And we're going to call the file a book.txt. Once we've done that, we'll head over to our IDE and create a new project. And we're going to create a project based on the command line app template, and we're going to call it TextIO reading example. Now, in order to read from a file, we need to represent that file in our object-oriented program. And to this end, the Java framework presents us with the file class. And we're going to create a new file object. And the file object constructor, we're going to provide a string which points to the path where we have saved our book file. Now you'll notice here that I use double backslash. And that is because I want Java to interpret this as a literal backslash and not as something that is escaping the next character in the string, interpreting it as a special character. So once we're done with that, we're going to import the file, of course. Now, while the file can represent our file in our Java program, we cannot use the file object directly to read or write to the file. To read from a file, what we can do is we can use the scanner class. So we're going to create a new scanner object, and we're going to provide the constructor with the file object that we created just above, and we are going to, of course, import the scanner class. And then we'll notice that we have a red line under the scanner creation over here, and that's because we might end up in a situation where the file object does not point to a valid file. Say that there would be no file called a book.txt at the location that I specified here. Now we need to deal with that, and we need to use exception handling for that. So we're going to surround the scanner object with a try-catch statement. And inside the try statement, what we're going to do is we're going to loop through the file as long as there's text in there. So we're going to create a while loop, and we're going to say while s.has next. And then down here we're going to say system out println. And then in here we're going to say that what we want to print out is the next line. Next line in our scanner object. Now this will enable us to loop through the file using the scanner object up here. And then of course down here, in case the file is not found, what we can do is we can say system out println file not found, terminating program. So let's go ahead, try and execute this, and see if we are able to read what the file says. This is the beginning of a very short book. This is the end. This corresponds one-to-one to what we made as an input to our text file, so the program is working as intended.